Today, we will learn about congruent triangles. Congruent triangles are triangles that have the same size and the same shape. If two triangles are congruent, their corresponding sides and angles must be congruent. Congruent triangles ABC and DEF have first congruent corresponding sides. For example, AB congruent DE. Second, congruent corresponding angles. For example, angle A congruent angle D. Next, we will learn about basic principle of congruent triangle. Principle 1. If two triangles are congruent, then their corresponding parts are congruent. So confusing? Let's take a look at the picture in the next slide. Principle 2. If two sides and the included angle of one triangle are congruent to the corresponding parts of another, then the triangles are congruent. For example, Principle 3. If two angles and the included side of one triangle are congruent to the corresponding parts of another, then the triangles are congruent. For example, Principle 4. If three sides of one triangle are congruent to the three sides of another, then the triangles are congruent. For example, selecting congruent triangles. Example 1. From each set of two triangles, select the congruent triangles and state the congruency principle that is involved. Applying algebra to congruent triangle. Example 2. In each part, find x and y. Let's proving a congruency problem. To prove, we must do the table of statements and their reasons.
The principle of isosceles and equilateral triangle. Principle 1. If two sides of a triangle are congruent, the angle opposite these sides are congruent. Base angle of an isosceles triangle are congruent. This is the example for principle 1. Line AB and line BC are congruent, so the angle A and angle C are congruent. Principle 2. If two angles of a triangle are congruent, the sides opposite this angle are congruent. This is the example for principle 2. Angle A and angle C are congruent, so line AB and BC are congruent. Principle 3. An equilateral triangle is equiangular. Principle 3 is a corollary of principle 1. This is the example of principle 3. Line AB, BC, and CA are congruent, so angle A, angle B, and angle C are congruent. Principle 4. An equiangular triangle is equilateral. Principle 4 is the converse of principle 3 and a corollary of principle 2. This is the example of principle 4.
created using Powtoon.